This is just a quick rant video because I can't do this.
There they go!
This game is something else. I have 1,050 hours on this game now, right? Obviously, I'm a Spider-Man main, right? Because why not? Because we always complain the most, you know? We never get buffed. We never get good patch notes. We never get anything. It sucks to me because I really love this character, and I have to do so much. I have to learn so many combos to even be remotely okay in a good game. And I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I have 150 hours on this character, and I'm done making excuses, right? I suck at this game, man. You know? And I feel like the reason I suck is not because I'm a bad player, but just because everything is overtuned in this game, and my main characters aren't overtuned. You know, I play Spider-Man, Magic, BP, fucking Fist. I don't play Luna anymore. I don't play support anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like playing support. I play mainly dive, right? Mainly dive characters. I don't play Daredevil. I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But I play Spidey, Magic, BP, Fist. These are my four mains, right? And none of them are overtuned. All of these heroes are, at least aside from Magic, Magic is A tier. But I would say that Spider-Man, BP, and Fist is probably a C tier. You know what I mean? They're not good. Fist still is pretty good, but Spider-Man isn't. Spider-Man is not good. The thing with Spider-Man is you have to be good on Spider-Man in order to be good at the game, if that makes sense. The game can't be played for you. You have to learn everything about this character, every tech, every cancel. And I did that. But I'm not gonna lie, there's just no point anymore for me playing Spidey.
See ya!
I feel like, you know, for me it's like kind of, what's the point in putting in so much effort to a character if I can just play Bucky or Moon Knight or Punisher? I've been playing Punisher recently. I get so much more value on Punisher than Spidey, even though I know how to play Spidey a million times better. But as Punisher, I just have to walk up to people with my shotgun and I one-shot them. It's stupid. Like, I get that one-shots are supposed to be in a game, you know? It makes Punisher strong, whatever. But Punisher is strong in general. Phoenix is strong in general. Hella, Elsa. I don't get Elsa. I don't get why they don't fucking butcher her like they did Daredevil. But Daredevil is still good. But like, look at this. What is that? Let me quickly turn my no ability cooldown off. This shouldn't be in the game, man. Every fucking time I dash, I get overhealth, and I have a 2-second cooldown on my dash. Yes, they nerfed her ult, but what the fuck does that do? Let's be super honest. If her entire kit is busted, doesn't matter if the fucking ult got nerfed. If she's still so strong with a 2-second cooldown. The only good nerf they did for her, in my opinion, was when they genuinely removed her bar when you die. You lost like 1 bar back then, now you lose 2. I think that's a pretty alright nerf, but you get it fast. You get it back fast really quickly. And the fact that she can walk around like this and just one-shot almost everyone, like you just need 2 bullets. And it's really upsetting because her fucking alternate fire is literally worse than her normal fire. It doesn't look like good character design to me, in my opinion, but I'm not a game designer, you know? But I'm just saying, like, look at this. What? I don't even have to use 4 shots, I have to use 3. Even from a range. This shouldn't have that big of a range. You know what I mean? It really shouldn't. One thing I also don't get is Bucky.
Things.
And Bucky having this, 2 taps. And every time he presses an ability, he gets overhealth. Up to 425. Why? That's almost the same HP as what tank pool. And don't get me started on tank pool. Really, do not. They butchered DPS pool's movement. One thing I hate that about Rivals as well is they've actively been nerfing cancels to appeal to the audience, which does not want to invest time into a video game. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, right? I'm really not, because I come from Tekken, Street Fighter, where you genuinely have to invest time into the game to be good in the game. And it makes sense, you know? 'Cause sometimes I also just want to sit down and enjoy a game where I just don't really need to think much, you know? And that's why I think there's characters that are good for that. Like Iron Man, Moon Knight, Bucky, Hela, Scarlet Witch, Phoenix, Elsa, Skullgirl. Who else? Who else do we have? And every support in the game. That's what I think, right? But I don't feel like you should remove the specialty about a character like Cap, right? Don't get me started on Cap. Cap had it really bad, where you can't animation cancel anymore like you used to. Damage buff doesn't do shit because supports are busted, because DPS are busted. A lot of people don't get that. Ever since Daredevil came out, every character, every support has gotten some kind of ability because they did not want to nerf Daredevil. They didn't want to do it. So they just decided to buff supports instead. That's why every support is 275 now. Right? Let me check. Yeah, every support aside from Gambit, because Gambit is busted and OP. Every support is, but they butchered Gambit because we keep on talking about it. So that's good. But for example, Cloak and Dagger with her 6-second bubble cooldown, with her 2 fucking windows, should not be 275. She should be 250. But the only reason they did that is because Daredevil melts supports. He melted supports back then. And I get that. You need something to, balance out the DPS in this game. But the healing can't be this strong. Invis shouldn't have a self-shield. That killed the game. Luna shouldn't have a self-snowflake. And don't get me wrong, I'm a Lord Luna, but I stopped playing Luna when she became super busted. Because why would I play a busted character? It's not fun to me. I like a challenge, and this is not a challenge. You know what I mean? They have the same damage output as DPS characters, which isn't a bad thing. Overwatch has Kiriko, you know what I mean? Tekken also has characters that should not do as much damage as they're supposed to. I'm talking about Tekken 8. That game is terrible, but this is not a Tekken video. This is not a Street Fighter video. This is a Rivals video, right? And I feel like all of these abilities, which they gave these supports, by the way, especially Jeff's ult, where he gets this little fucking pool thing, I think that was unnecessary. I think the self-shield is unnecessary. It shouldn't be in the game. It kills the game because you invest time in BP, which I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like BP is a difficult character. This is all you have to do, right? That's all you have to do, bro. After you learn how to dash properly, you're fine. I'm not lying. Like, this is all, bro. But if I cannot dive an invis by myself, even though I'm supposed to be able to kill her like this, she can self-shield, my spear's gone, my dash is gone, I can't dash reset, and she kills me, right? As Spider-Man, I can't kill her invis, because when she self-shields, I physically can't touch her. I physically can't. I waste all of my cooldowns. I can't break the shield. It's stupid. The only hero which I do actively kill invis with is magic, because I'm good on magic. Unlike my other dive DPS right now, I'm not as good as I used to be, so it could just be a skill issue. But to my knowledge, it shouldn't be a skill issue, man. It shouldn't be in the game at all. I feel like shut up, Deadpool. Okay, sure, why not? But seriously speaking, right? In my opinion, I do feel like this entire game needs an overhaul. Don't get me started on tanks. Playing tank is a sin. Although I love playing Tor. I used to love playing Cap, but I'm not gonna lie, after the animation canceling nerfs, which they just removed his animation cancel, because a lot of Cap players couldn't do it because it had a skill gap, which they don't like in this game. It's where they removed movement abilities like DPS pulse tech, which barely any Deadpool player knew. It was a skill gap. If you knew how to do it, you were a good player from Deadpool, and guess what? They don't want that. They want everyone to be the same. The same skill ceiling, same skill level. It's annoying, and it shouldn't be like that. It's not how a game should be designed. For me, I'm not the target audience here anymore. But I don't get it. because you remove even invises like this
Cosmic
right here.
rays didn't
You
make me
couldn't
who I
spam
am
it
today.
anymore,
My family
which is
did.
like, yeah, you have to think now, you know? But she gets stat, and I don't get why she gets stat and not just her self shield removed, and Cap gets his entire personality removed. It's a toxic game design. Who else? DPS pool gets his tech removed. Why? Why? Just why? Why didn't you nerf anything good about any other character and you nerf his movement tech? Why? While we have Elsa, while we have Phoenix, while we have Hela, Scarlet Witch, Moon Knight, any of these characters. Nerf them! Okay, Moon Knight doesn't need a nerf, but you know what I mean, right? It's just why. Don't get me started on Black Widow. They're dead. They're like left in a ditch under a bridge. Shouldn't matter to anyone anymore, sadly. And once you want a player, once you really want a player and have a fun time, they immediately accuse you of throwing. Not even a fucking joke. It's not funny, right? The Kingsman and Zaza thing, the Kingsman and Luciasa thing, bro, that shit died out 2 months ago, bro. I'm not gonna hold you, gang. Stop making jokes. You're not the JoJo's community, who's been carrying the same jokes for 20 years. I just feel like this game needs a major rework, and I know this sounds really bad, but I feel like this game does need a role queue, right? Because hear me out, no one wants 5 supports. No one wants triple support. No one wants 5 DPS, 1 tank. So just let us be able to queue roles, okay? And what I'm trying to say is if we do queue roles, if we have role queue, right? We can finally buff the supports which aren't as used in double support, like Mantis, Ultron, Adam. We can actually finally buff these characters to them being playable in a double support comp. I love playing Mantis, but every time I try to play Mantis, I just get shit on. And my teammates tell me to, delete myself. Guess why? Because I want to play Mantis. We have Mantis Luna, and we don't have that right fucking healing output because my Luna doesn't know where left and right is. It's stupid, and I get blamed for it. I just feel like this game has no identity anymore, and they're trying to remove it because I feel like next up is Spider-Man. If he gets his animation cancels removed, then I actually quit the game. I'm not gonna lie. I already told my friends, hey, I want to quit the game. I have 1050 hours on it. This game was genuinely like, I looked forward to playing this game every day of my life. Just because it's so much fun. And I have some legitimately good friends on here. But I can't continue playing this excuse of a balance system. Because look, as much as I love playing dive, even the devs admitted in the dev view, like what, almost a month ago now, that they don't want dive to be meta. I'm not gonna say anything, but I wonder whose fault that is. I wonder who. And it's not even the support main's fault here, right? Because I play support. I get that it can be exhausting to go against dive. But there's a huge skill gap in that, which doesn't exist anymore because I can self snowflake, I can self shield, I can fly, I can cleanse. And don't get me started on White Fox. I was so happy. I was so happy when White Fox released. Because to me it was like, oh my god, this character is not busted on release. This character is balanced on release. And takes skill. Took skill before the buffs she received, by the way. I was like looking forward to playing her, but then they buffed everything about her. They buff everything. And it's just like, does every support need to be overtuned? Every support has to be overtuned and busted. Which, I get it. Dive is a big problem. But the support mains will complain about a BP in their backline when all you have to do is put your shield up and just heal each other. Or Luna, you can literally clap. You can clap at Invis and heal multiple people while Invis patty cakes you while she's standing right in front of your entire team. So you can heal everyone. It's not that big of an issue. Use your cooldowns correctly. You know what I mean? But no, we're not allowed to do that because you guys get buffed every fucking patch. And they always keep poke meta. You can bring a Season 0 player into Season 7, into Season 7.5, into Season 50, and Hela will still be meta, Phoenix will still be meta, Elsa will still be meta. It's stupid. It shouldn't be a thing. Fucking nerf shit. Keep your game engaging. I had a friend that I played with recently. This guy hasn't played since Season 0. And he was like, "Was Hela still meta?" Yeah, right. And he was right. Hela is still meta. You know what else is still meta? Elsa, which he heard of. And he was like, "Dude, she's still meta, man." He got MVP 5 times on Hela, and he'd never played the game in Season 0. He played it like 10 times on Hela, and his entire match resume, he lost like 4 games on Hela only, and then played Elsa and got MVP immediately, 45-2. In my lobbies, by the way. Like quick play lobbies, obviously. He doesn't play ranked, but quick play lobbies. And it's like I get matched up with like level 90 people, level 100 people, you know? And it's so sad. Because this game has no identity. You have no identity. You can be the best Iron Fist player, and no one would ever realize how difficult this character actually is. And they will just say, "Oh, well, hold L2, brain dead." Auto-targeting. You want to see auto-targeting?
You know my legacy, but this is a whole new chapter.
Is this auto-targeting?
Look who just showed up.
Here, look. That's it. But guess what?
Far from
If they actually move away, you can't hit them. It's so difficult, and you have to be constantly on them. Guess who can, though? Guess who can attack them with not even looking at them?
Watched entire realities consumed
What is this?
by chaos.
Why is this in the game? It doesn't make sense to me. Why is this in the game? It doesn't make sense to me. You know what I mean?
Again!
And I'm not sitting here and I'm not trying to tell you guys, hey, hit scan, like, you know, Phoenix doesn't take skill. She does take skill. She's just extremely overtuned and takes less skill than a dive character does. Because you can sit all the way back here and just pressure everything from here. You know what I mean? If you have to aim for it, obviously. Which aim does have a skill ceiling, but it comes to a point where it's just like escapability, stun, ult gives you your health back. Why is this so overtuned? Elsa has a 2-second dash and we're nerfing Deadpool's tech? Are you insane? I just feel like Ji-Young has no idea what he's doing. You know, I don't feel like that devs actually play their own game. And I can't wait to get another Clintar map when Black Cat comes out. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all I have to say. Also, they keep on buffing Star-Lord. Why? I don't get it. Hitscan is just, you know, I'm gonna end the video here, actually, right? Or else this would be like a 4-hour long video. But all I wanna say is this game needs roll queue. This game needs to buff triple support away, nerf it, remove it from the game, add roll queue, and buff the characters that are good in triple support to double support, nerf the damage overall, right? Because I get why they have to be busted. It's because of this. So remove damage overall, nerf it to the ground, nerf healing to the ground, add roll queue, and we'll be fine, man. Seriously. That's all it needs. Because the way it is right now, I can't see this game being relevant in Season 7.5. I feel like the game will die out. Because it feels stupid to me how I will have more value on Punisher and I have like 8 hours on it than on 150 hours Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's all I have to say, man. I'll see you guys. Bye.